Welcome back, YouTube. Atlanta to Dallas Aviation here to film part 2 of what I believe to be unboxing number 22. You already saw all the wide bodies that I got. So that was 5 aircraft. I managed to get 5 aircraft into a 30-minute video. And I've still got 2 more. A mainline narrow body and a regional jet. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. The first one we're going to do is this Airbus A321-200 in the new jet blue livery, where the main body of the aircraft is blue and jet blue is actually in white rather than the other way around. This item number here is 13101, and it's NG models, so you know how good a job they usually do on their boxes. I thought some of these were a little bit more, the box art doesn't really have any of these mint leaves that look like they're a little bit green. It does kind of look like it on the model, but it sure doesn't look like it on the box. But anyway, so we have switched over to using this box for the 360. Get a close-up full body shot here. So I'm not sure if you can tell, but some of those leaves look a little bit, have a tint of green in them. Maybe they don't, maybe I'm just seeing things. But anyway, so some info on this one. So an Airbus A321-200 delivered to JetBlue August of 2017. So this is not a brand new airplane. It's just a brand new paint job on a plane they already had. It's configured inside with 16 Mint seats and 143 economy seats. And I don't think they have like economy plus where there's more leg room, because they got a pretty good amount of leg room just in their regular economy. So they probably, I don't know, I didn't look it up, but I'm not aware that JetBlue has extra legroom economy seats other than, you know, in the exit rows or anything. And this one is an IAE powered A321, so there's 2 of those engines. They're V-2533s, or yeah, 33s, unless that's supposed to be 35 and I can't read my handwriting. So anyway, they're the IAE engines, and this aircraft's registration is November 9 or 8 to Juliet Bravo. It's approximately 6 years old and it is currently active. And like I said, this is in the new Mint Leaves livery. And it does have a name, so its name is A Defining Moment, and spelled M-O-M-I-N-T. Alright, so time for our 360 here. Now we'll have to say, now I'm about to say I'm going to be comparing this to the Aero Classics version that came out first. Now, other than the obvious stuff the Aero Classics doesn't do, you know, aerials and stuff, so that's not necessarily a big deal. And honestly, Aero Classics, I'm giving you kudos on having fixed landing gear. And when I say fixed, I mean the gear wheels do not roll. having them roll makes them even more delicate than they already are. So I'm a fan of non-rolling gear. I will say that. So kudos for you on that. Now I've only seen pictures, but the blue part, the main blue part, looks very dark on the Aero Classics version. And honestly, this one's not as dark, but it's pretty dark. So maybe, and I haven't seen this in person. I've only seen it on a live stream. And it is, so like, it's a little darker than the bold blue that's on the Southwest aircraft, on the Southwest Heart livery aircraft. But I didn't think it was this dark. And again, the lighting in this room that I'm doing the filming in isn't the best. So it might just look darker because of that, but it's definitely lighter than the Aero Classics version, but it's not much. So anyway, so there it is. And of course, NG's Airbus A320 family aircraft are arguably the best mold out there. So this looks really nice. It still hasn't completely grown on me, but I do like that most of the whole plane is blue and just the titles are white, rather than the other way around where the titles are blue but the plane is Euro white. We don't need any more Euro whites. We got too many of those. So anyway, so that is the new livery for JetBlue. I have not seen any other airplanes in that color scheme, so I don't know what's happening there. I would have thought that we would have seen at least a second airplane painted like that by now, but what do I know? So next up, we have our regional jet. This is Bombardier CRJ200, or otherwise known as Canadian Canadair Regional Jet 200. This one is in the Air Wisconsin house colors, but it is currently operating as United Express. But we've got this one in the house colors, which is pretty cool because it kind of allows you to substitute in an extra aircraft if you don't have enough for maybe a airport update or something. So anyway, this is just the regular standard Gemini Jets box. The item number here is Golf Juliet Alpha Whiskey India 2211. Alright, so some additional information on this aircraft. It was originally delivered in December of 2000 to Atlantic Coast Airlines. I don't think they exist anymore. And it was delivered to Air Wisconsin in August of 2011. And if you're familiar with the CRJ200, it's all coach. So 50 seats in coach. It's powered by two General Electric CF-34s. engines, turbofan engines. This one's registration is November 471 Zulu Whiskey. It is approximately 23 years old and is currently active, and at least when it was, if it is still wearing this paint scheme, or when it wore this paint scheme, it was actually named El Guapo. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But it is currently operating as United Express. So let's do our 360 on this, and we will call it a day. I really like the colors on this. That orange and kind of some sort of green. It's not my favorite green color by any means, but I like me some green. So I love my Aer Lingus. Like I said, I love green. I'd really love to get my hands on the jet blue Boston Celtics livery. I'm hoping that NG will do a version of that, and I guess it also is the New York Jets. I guess that one's green also. I probably would pick it up, even though I don't particularly care for the Jets all that much. But it's still green, and it's very green. So, and the newer version of the New York Jets livery is I think it's kind of cool. So I'm a sucker for green, even though the green on this particular jet is more like it's almost olive. It's not quite that dark, but it's kind of olive, so not my favorite tone of green by any means. But anyway, so there we have Air Wisconsin CRJ200 in the house colors. So that'll do it for me. Like I said, I'm not going to try to combine this video with the other video. It's just going to take way too long, and I'm just not up to waiting 10 hours to make sure they combine appropriately. So this is going to be part 2 of a two-parter unboxing. So until next time, happy collecting.